Hi, everybody. This first video is just the instructions for the assignment. Just how do you use this document? If you already know how to do that, you can skip this if you remember from the IWA essay, but otherwise I would watch this just to make sure you know what to do. So basically you could first, this part is optional, brainstorm what you already know about code switching. So you're just going to write some things we've been talking about in class for the past, semester, or I should say the past quarter. So that's the first part. And if you don't want to do that, you can skip it, but it only takes a minute and it could help warm you up if you haven't done it yet. The next part is the prompt. So this is the question that you're going to be answering with your essay. So the prompt says, explain what code switching is, why people code switch, and the advantages and disadvantages of code switching. So these are the instructions of how to answer the prompt in the essay. Read both articles A and B 2 times. First, fully read both articles, and second, skim read both articles and underline or highlight evidence. And you would also take notes in the graphic organizers, and I'll talk about that in a second. Plan your essay. Sorry, I'm ahead of myself. Use the graphic organizer to help you. So that's the part I'll talk about in a second. Write your essay. So here you're going to write, you could do it on a line piece of paper. I recommend doing it on the Google Doc. I think it's easier, but let me know if you want to write it on paper. Make sure you do all of the following in your essay. So you must answer all 3 questions from the prompt. So these are the 3 questions, right? What is code switching? Why do people code switch? And what are the advantages and disadvantages? The answers can be found in the 2 articles. Write at least 4 paragraphs. So there should be an introduction, at least 2 body paragraphs, and a conclusion. So this thing should be 4 to 5 paragraphs. And remember that your introduction should have your thesis sentence. That's your main idea. You must use at least 2 pieces of evidence, quotes from both articles. So make sure that you have at least 4 quotes total, 2 from each article. So then you're going to read the articles, and so you can watch the other videos if you want to listen to them while you read. You can listen to me read them while you read and take notes. So while you're listening, I recommend taking notes. I recommend, while you're listening, just have this document open. You don't need to look at the screen while you're listening to me read the articles, and then you can take notes. So the first question is, what is code switching? So first, as you listen, you might want to put in quotes about code switching. And remember, you can pause or re-listen to any parts of that video, or you don't have to listen to it at all. It's your choice. So you're going to put the author, the quote, and then explain what the quote means. All right. So try to have at least 2. The second, and then make sure you have your topic sentence. So what is code switching? Make sure you define it. Code switching is, explain what it is. Question 2, why do people code switch? So again, both of these 2 can be found in the first article, just to be clear. So you're going to do the same thing, as you're listening to that first article, just write down quotes, write down your reasoning, and make sure to put the author. And then make sure you have a sentence. So you can pick any of these or use your own sentence starter. People code switch because, explain. Some reasons that people code switch are, explain. And then code switching enables people to. You don't need to do all of them. Just pick one or make your own. The last question you can find the answers to in Article 2. What are the advantages and disadvantages of code switching? So again, as you're listening to me read aloud the article, put the source, put the quotes, and then the reasoning. And again, make sure to have at least 2. I would put at least 1 advantage and 1 disadvantage. That's what I would do. And then also make sure to write your topic sentences. Some advantages to code switching are, explain, and some disadvantages are, that's one possible one you could do, or you could do, code switching has both advantages and disadvantages because, and then explain, or use your own sentence. And then this is a little tricky part, but you're going to write your main idea, your thesis. You're going to combine all of those supporting claims you just made, all those answers, you're going to put into one sentence. And to help you out, I gave you a sentence frame. Code switching is blank, which people use to blank. And this has advantages and disadvantages because, again, you do not have to use this, but if you find it helpful, you can. So that's